everybody, so this is your instructional video for your push-ups, starting from the very basic push-ups. For the very beginners is your wall push-ups, then I'm going to be showing you counter push-ups, and then we'll go to the floor and do push-ups from your knees, and finally the most advanced push-up is from your toes. So no matter which version of your push-ups that you're going to start with, doesn't matter, as long as you keep your core nice and tight. So always nice tight core, and make sure you're not sticking your bum out. So keeping your shoulders, hips, knees and ankles in line at all times. So starting from the very basic, the wall push-ups. Remember, when you're doing your push-ups, you want to keep your core nice and tight, and the work is going to come from your chest. Okay, so starting from the very basic, your wall push-up, we're going to be placing your hands on the wall wider and a little bit lower than your shoulders, and you're going to keep your core nice and tight. So the push is going to come from your chest, but you're going to push off from your palms. So you're going to breathe out as you push yourself away from the wall. So placing your hands a little bit lower and a little bit wider than shoulders. It's okay to adjust where your hands are if your shoulders don't feel comfortable. So go ahead and make little adjustments that feel better on your shoulders, and you're going to keep your core nice and tight, and we're going to come towards the wall and breathe out, push back. So you're pushing from your palms, and you'll notice that when I'm coming forward, I'm not sticking my bum out. So I don't want to see this. Okay, so nice, straight body, tight core, and push. Okay, so then that was the very most basic version of your push-ups. And if you find that that's pretty easy and you're not really feeling any work from that, then it's time to advance to your counter. So your counter is a nice sturdy place. It's a really good height to start working on those push-ups before you get to the floor. Okay, so the best way to make sure you're lined up is to actually start with your chest at the edge of your counter, or in my case, the bar, and you want to push yourself back from there. So in my case, I'm going to lower to the bar, and if I need to adjust my feet from there, I will, and then breathe out and push myself back. Okay, so lining up, again, make sure your body is in a nice straight line. So shoulders, hips, knees, ankles in a nice straight line. I don't want to stick my bum back, so I'm going to lower my chest. Okay, breathe out, push. Lower, breathe out, push. Okay, so you'll notice that I wasn't sticking my bum back. And if you need to, it's okay to place one foot out in front if you feel like that foot needs to be there just in case. There. Okay, and then you can stand up. So I just wanted to show you from the front as well. So your hands are going to be wider than your shoulders, and you're going to line up your chest midway to that edge. So lining it up first, and breathe out, push back. So if maybe you feel funny in your shoulder, you might want to adjust it a little bit. That's fine. Wider if you like, whichever seems to work best for you. So chest stretch, whenever you're done your chest exercise, you want to place a flat hand either on a doorway or a wall, and then you're going to turn away. So you're going to be feeling the side of your chest stretching, and of course, other side, I'll just be facing away. Okay, so there's your wall push-ups and your counter push-ups as well. So next, I'm going to be showing you push-ups on the floor, first starting with your knees and then your toes. So most important thing when I teach people about push-ups is to make sure your core is nice and tight and that you're not sticking your bum up in the air when you're doing them. And I know it feels easier to do that, but we want to focus on doing them properly. So you can come down onto your mat. You want to make sure when you're doing them from your knees that the line from your shoulders, hips, and knees is a nice straight line. So we're going to be placing your hands wider than shoulders Now drop your bum. So we don't want to stick your bum up. I don't want to see that. So you're going to bring your bum forward and we're going to lower, push back. So breathing out as you push back. Okay, and then you can push back into a stretch if you like. Okay, and then out from your toes. So same thing, but shoulders, hips, and toes line up. Breathe out, push. And stretch. Okay, so those are all the versions of your push-ups. So you can start with wall push-ups, go to counter push-ups, then come down to the floor, start with knee push-ups, and advanced would be push-ups from your toes. So I hope that helps you guys, and I want you to keep track of which ones you started with, how it felt, and then by the end of this program you can see where your improvements are.